So Griply, a productivity app or task management app, has come out with a new version. It's called V3, and it has some really interesting functionality in it. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I did a kind of a first look video of Griply about 4 months ago, and I've been using it since then. And I really like it, but the reason I like it may surprise you, and I'll tell you what it is in a minute. But first of all, if you don't know, Griply is basically it's a task management app, but its structure is slightly different than ones that I've seen before. Rather than leading with tasks, it leads with goals, and you set your goals, you maybe set sub-goals, and they kind of sit within life areas, and then you align your tasks to your goals. So I think that's a really interesting concept and a way to approach task management, because it keeps in mind the fact that your tasks and the things that you're doing every day are meant to be leading towards something bigger, right? They're meant to be contributing to something bigger. Even if it's just, I want to be managing my home better and, taking out the trash when I need to take out the trash and not forgetting it. I'm saying that because I forgot to take out the trash on Monday. Even if it's just that kind of very simple level of just, I want to be better at managing life, that is a goal actually. And so Griply is a way to kind of align those kind of everyday tasks to goals, which I think is great. What they've done in V3 is they've included some calendar functionality. Basically, there's some more detail to it. And I'm thinking of doing a kind of full in-depth kind of breakdown or review of Griply to walk through how it functions and what's there and the features and that kind of thing. So if you're interested in that, do subscribe. I'll link it here once I've created it, and then you'll see it. But basically, it's some calendar features in this V3. And then it also, which I really like as well, has a kind of Gantt chart kind of thing, like a timeline roadmap kind of view, where you can then block out longer periods of time for goals. So that's V3. But those are not the reason why I love Griply. So the reason why I love Griply is for this thing that's up in the kind of profile. When you open up your kind of profile drop down, it's this thing here where it says join the WhatsApp group or WhatsApp community. So I joined that when I kind of first got Griply about 4 months ago. It's constantly pinging off with people saying, oh, I've got this idea, or this would be great, or I love this about it, or here's a bug that isn't working for me, can you help me fix it? And the speed at which the team, it's a 4-person team, the speed at which they're replying, and the fact that they're replying and it's them, like it's actual real people, is impressive. And just the honesty and transparency inside that community is really, really refreshing. I listened to an interview recently with the guy who runs the browser company, which is the company that created Arc. So that's a browser that some people might have used, and if you're watching this and you like this kind of content, then you probably are using Arc. Or Dia, their new browser. So it was an interview with him about creating Arc. And one of the things he talked about was how they created the product in the open. So they were kind of very open about their process. They were very open about what they were trying to work on. They were very transparent about the fact that it wasn't perfect and they were working to improve it. And he said what was really interesting about that was that it really caused everyone who used it created a very robust and very strong user base, because everyone felt like they were kind of co-creators of the product. And Griply, I think, is doing the same thing. I think they're doing it very successfully, is that they are creating in the open, they're developing the product in the open, and very transparently. They're aware that there are things that aren't right, and they're working on them. And they're being honest about that, and they're being responsive and very transparent and authentic in that as well. Like, I had a WhatsApp exchange with the person who set up Griply. She's called Amber, and we were just WhatsApping about some stuff, and I had some ideas or thoughts about the way that they've done their kind of free version versus premium, and she was very responsive and honest and transparent in the way that she was communicating. I thought it was great. So that's why I love Griply. It's not a perfect product. It's got a great idea, and they're really working on that, and I like the direction they're going. So it's similar to Arc, right, where if you like the idea, you like the concept, even if the app isn't perfect, if you know that they're working on it and they're being transparent with that, then it's like, oh, this is great. And so I really like it. And if you're someone who likes seeing the process of things, who likes the process of creating something, then I'd encourage you to get on board with the Gripply bandwagon because it's really fun to be involved and see how they're actually doing this. And shout out to them, all credit to them really, because they're being very transparent, and I think it's very impressive. And I think that to me is what makes Gripply really interesting, is less about the features. The features are good. There's some things that could be improved on. It doesn't draw me in. I think I said this in my last one. It's not like an app where you like open it up and you're like, oh, I'm in love. It's amazing. It's like, oh. It's very functional. It's very but that's fine. And who knows? They might be working on that. But what makes me really like it and be engaged with it is the fact that the team is working on it, and I feel like a co-creator in it, and I think everyone in that community does as well. So I just think really interesting. So I wanted to share it because I think more products should be doing this, where they should be sharing the process. And that's one of the things I've been thinking about with this channel is something I love is seeing the process of how something is created and seeing how something goes from an idea into something that is a product or music or art or movies or an app or whatever. So if you really enjoy that as well, then please subscribe, because I'm gonna be leaning into that more, I think, in terms of like sharing more of my process and things that I'm thinking about as a designer, as a filmmaker, as a storyteller, but also looking at how others are doing that as well, and something about that kind of sharing the behind the scenes process and journey towards something, not just the kind of end result. And I think Gripply's doing a great job of that. They've got a good product, but they're also sharing the process of creating and improving on that product, which I think is really impressive. So give Gripply a try, and yeah, there's a link in the description. If you want to see that deep dive, then just let me know. I'm going to create it, and if you have any kind of thoughts on what you want to see, kind of things you want to hear, then drop those in the comments as well. But yeah, thanks for watching.